The 26th Annual Immanuel Baptist Church Car Show of Paris, Texas, October 5th, 2024, 10 a.m. I went to visit friends and support them as best as I could, and to see all the award-winning cars, trucks, and bikes. Let's pull up to the show, meander around it for a bit, and see what it was like, plus look at some of the great rides. Welcome to Road Odyssey. Thank you for joining me. I have my YouTube channel with hundreds of car videos and travel videos, and my Facebook page with all that is on my mind as the days go by. Well, sit back and let's chew on a bit of big Immanuel Baptist Church Car Show stuff. Starting out with Rumble Against Cancer. Sad thing is, all the plastics, fumes, pesticides, and so forth in our bodies, I figure if we fix all of that silliness, we would cut down on cancer really well, don't you? I was glad to see the bikes though. Good cause. Getting up to speed, I thought this old van was a great start. Owner was really nice. Kind of funny, there was a second one. The 67 van is owned by Callaway Customs, the hot rod shop. Both owners enjoyed talking about their rides. Before I get into too many of the vehicles, let's walk around a bit and get a gist of all that participated. Obviously not a huge show, always a very good one though from what I understand. I counted about 58 vehicles, but I think a few more showed up that I'm not counting. A wide range of decades here. 1920s all through the 2000s. I would guess that there were more trucks than anything. The next most large category would have been the classic cars. Very few modern and muscle cars. Only 2 Mustangs, and they were identical twins. 1 Camaro and a super nice Super Bee. I went to this show because it was in my backyard. I knew many of the people that went, and I just wanted to support my local community as best as I could. For me, seeing all the vehicles was honestly great. Had I not felt compelled to take pictures and vids, I would have really preferred to just walk and talk to everyone, which I did get to do some. And I appreciate everyone being so cool and making my time that much more enjoyable. A little history about the Immanuel Baptist Church Car Show. It has been blowing and going for 26 years. Pretty amazing. They had hamburgers and other munchies and a desserts auction, both of which they always do. I heard a rumor they sold one pie for $400. Wow. This car show has, from what I have heard, been really low-key and down-to-earth. And that's what I witnessed. Friendly and very accommodating to all the participants. Hey, so this is the still under construction category, right?
I haven't got the bed on it yet.
Let's just watch a few more of these fine machines pull into the car show. I really liked this 1977 CJ7 Jeep. Fantastic. What a nice dragster. Say hello to Neil Swafford. This is his 1995 Firebird dragster 426 turbocharged monster. He owns Mad Maxx, a tuning business, which is out of Paris, Texas. He is also a lead tech at Precision Auto in Paris. I really want to do a video about his work in the near future. I think y'all would enjoy it. Very nice guy, very knowledgeable. And I've seen him race a little bit as well. Pretty fun. Also from Precision Auto in Paris was Danny McNeal. I showed you his dragster pulling up to the show earlier. I've seen this wonderful person racing a little bit as well. Here is Cecil Tubb with his 4-door 54 Bel Air. I might have more on him and his cars in another video. This is the Callaway team, Jessica, Jason, Scott, and Alex. They had taken the van, but more on that in a second. They took their 1978 Ford Fairmont and early NHRA Pro Stock Dragster. They do still race it from time to time. Here is Scott's 2003 Ford Mustang Mach 1 all original, and Scott is the original owner. Next is Russell Gray's 2004 Ford Mustang Mach 1 all original, and Russell is the original owner. The Callaway van is a 1967 Dodge A100 van. The Callaways are using it as a merch machine and just something to have fun in. Here's another look at both of the Mach 1s. This was a fine example of a GMC truck, and I will go over a lot of trucks for several minutes here. This is a 1986 C10 Camper Special 454, 66,000 original miles. This is in great shape. Recently painted by a local guy, Brock Miller, just up 271 from Paris in Powderly. This is Randy Pendleton's 1963 Studebaker Champ Truck. Then a 1957 Chevy truck, very nice indeed. Here's a 1970 Chevy C10, certainly an eye catcher. And let's take a good look at this 1936 Ford truck. This truck has been driven through all 48 contiguous continental states. Looks like a fun, well-done truck. Has a simple, very smart interior. A very good layout considering there's not always much space inside these old trucks. Time for Jake Erwin and his truck I always enjoy seeing. Something about big, shiny, fully blown engines, I think. A 1987 GMC R1500. Let's take a closer look because I really think you're going to like this build. Interesting front end. A 1953 Ford F100. This truck is beautiful both on the outside and inside. Certainly an extremely well done machine. How about going back to 1929? This is a Ford Model A truck. This guy caught my eye right off. This truck is now about 95 years old. What a well-preserved machine, well deserving of being noticed. It's got to be a blast to drive around town. Looks pretty solid too. I wonder what the story behind it is. There were two Chevy Apache trucks, both basically black. This one's from 1959 and might have been for sale. I liked everything about this truck. The engine, the bay, both very clean. The interior was really rich. And the bed was well colored to match, the interior and such as well. Really nice setup. Let's just look at this raggedy old truck without me talking. The same guy that owns the raggedy old truck owns this 1967 Dodge D100. What a monster of a truck. Not that it's in great condition, but very glad to have seen it at the show. It really needed to be shown off. It is a great, great truck. There were a few more trucks, but that's plenty for this video. I'm moving to other vehicles like this 1972 Army Jeep restored to the Vietnam era. Time for some classics like this 1936 Ford Coupe. Here's a 1957 Chevy Bel Air, a 1957 Ford Crestline, which I thought was kind of cool. So let's take a look around this old cruiser. Yet another cool cruiser is this 1939 Ford Cabriolet. Great car. Now I'm looking at a 1963 Ford Falcon that was presumably for sale. Had a newly rebuilt engine, 5-speed trans, Flowmaster exhaust, disc brakes, good AC, etc., etc., etc. What a beauty. Very clean. You can tell it's been taken good care of. Now for Randy Lynch's 1934 Ford 3-window coupe. I've driven around with him often enough to know this car is very good and in great order. I think everyone gave this gangster, retro, custom conglomeration a good looking over. So let's give it a good once over ourselves. I didn't read what the car was, and since I'm a little bit new to the car world, I can just say it looks like about a 1949 Hudson with a Cadillac engine, which from what I've read is kind of a fairly common setup for modified Hudsons. Well, in this case, very modified, yeah. Let me know what you think about this car. How about this 1930 Ford Coupe? Really nice. Love seeing these things. Let's get a good look again. Do you want to guess what this is? You probably guessed the Studebaker, which is right. That's kind of easy to see to some degree. It's a 1955 President. Neat car. Looks to be fairly original and for sale. Time for some muscle. Here's a 1967 Chevy Camaro SS 350, beautifully done. Very likely the muscle car favorite was the 1969 Dodge Super Bee. Very exceptional monster machine for sure. This was a very rewarding little show. Seems to always be that way. Great cars and people, good food and desserts. The Immanuel Baptist Church Car Show in Paris, Texas. Annual car show. Maybe join in the next year if you can. And with that, please relax, take it easy, and I will see you later. Bye.